Hello, chat.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
We're actually starting. Maybe, hopefully. I haven't opened up the game yet, so
Okay,
No.
another question.
So add like another 30 minutes to
no. It's not gonna take that
An-
long.
Another
Yes.
question, Oka.
Yes.
I don't see anything on Twitter or Blue Sky.
I haven't done that yet. I will do that while we're going through this, because I mean I only press like 3 buttons in this entire game, anyways.
Fair enough.
I'm just making sure the game is open so we can even play it and you guys can see
That
it.
is a key part of being able to play the game, is having the game open.
Okay,
No,
game
you
stream to you
don't.
guys.
Who
Audio
needs
is
the game
up.
open?
Who needs the game open?
Yeah.
Chat, if you guys would like to hear, Oka is more or less scaring herself into food poisoning with trying to meal prep today. India and Oro have given me enough not confidence, reassurance that I'm not food poisoning myself.
You're not gonna die from salmonella. You fully cooked the chicken. You're gonna be a-okay, I promise. You're not gonna keel over.
me mentally keeling over is crazy. Goodness. You know, I believe we'll be fine. Yeah, thank you. Also, let me just, I'm gonna get the, hold on, let's see. I'm gonna get the screenshot. Everyone say wee for a second. Wee. There we go. Alrighty. That's
I need to get y'all a video. So, for context, chat, we may have found a kitten under the hood of one of my cars. And so
Hell
now we have
yeah.
another cat. Anyway,
Kitty.
he's tiny and he just makes smacks when he eats. He just makes a little
Aww.
please. So,
You doing him best.
he do be doing his best. He's so small, he just waddle around everywhere.
It's a big world and he's a really little
No,
fellow.
even though he's technically 8 weeks old, but he's like the size of 3.
Aww.
But it's okay, we fatten him up with burgers and milkshakes.
Hell yeah.
the temptation to just buy a milkshake right now is so real.
No,
I can't
God.
believe that.
Don't do that, Oka.
I have the ingredients to make a vanilla milkshake.
Oh, you know, that's worthwhile. I did this
Maybe we'll
wrong
have a
again.
milkshake break later.
I've done this wrong every single time. God damn it. Blue Sky. I hate the way that you work.
Stay strong.
Me needing to recopy real quick.
Do you need a kitten photo?
I always need a kitten photo. That is very
Kitten
that is
photos will fix everything.
Here.
okay.
You look
And
so
then
clean. Oh.
Delete that. Okay. That should work.
My
Okay.
arm.
Both
My big
should.
ass
Okay. It should be live for both Twitter and Blue Sky now. Look at him, he's so
He's a
cute.
little guy.
He's a little bean, little
Look at his
baby.
little paw.
I felt bad because I gave him food. He'd rotate between dipping his feet in the water and then dipping his feet in his food and then hopping up on my lap and getting my pants wet. And then
He's doing his
I felt bad because I'm like, I'm sorry, Pippi, I got to go. And Pippi's like, no snuggles. I'm like, maybe later.
Once you're fully cleansed of potential fleas, we will snuggle you so fucking hard, Gigi.
I've just been running a flea comb through him, and there's only been flea dirt. I haven't picked off any fleas, and I've combed him pretty thoroughly, but he's still gonna go for Flea Bath Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, make sure he's extra cleansed.
Yeah, because he also still has some grease. I noticed he still has like some grease on his head.
Oh.
We gotta clean that off.
You gotta get that Dawn dish soap.
Yeah,
Like they do with like the penguins.
I tried to, you know, avoid washing their head, but I think in this case I might have to get his head wet. I'll feel bad, but baby.
I mean, you can just get like a cloth.
Yeah, that's true. But his head still be wet. I'm sorry, baby.
You do need that wash. Alright, everything should be all set, so we should be able to continue from here. Do you guys have your waters and everything?
Yeah.
I'm ready. And I inhaled all of my pasta.
So real!
I was
Alrighty.
just shoveling that into my mouth.
Alrighty, so... I think... Yes, we should be at this point. Okay, bet. Can you say this line?
So the murder weapon belonged to the victim? Ooh, that's not helpful.
As I said, I have not touched the chisel. My dog did. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise?
I've got nothing to counter with. But what could this mean? Is he not the killer after all? Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be.
I am sure this goes without saying, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you do not find a solution to your current predicament, and quickly, I will have little choice but to relieve you of your badge. Even my patience has a limit, and I will not tolerate you throwing this investigation into chaos. Am I clear?
You're on it now, sir. Stay serious.
I was always serious. Your pay is going down, by the way.
I hate to admit it, but the fingerprints turn everything on its head. Without more evidence, I'm back to square one.
Wait, something doesn't add up. A few things, actually. And I'm not usually good at math. What would Mr. Knight have needed the chisel for?
You can do a... Whoops, sorry. You can do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of prison, for one.
All right. Then how did he get in here? There's no way the guards would let him bring a super sharp tool with him, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, to Mr. Edgeworth! You can't stand there hemming and hawing, just
Oh, is it hemming?
Yeah, hemming and hawing.
hemming and hawing just because of a little setback. The important thing is finding the truth, you know. It doesn't matter how we get there. It's about the friends we make along the way. As long as we
Beautiful,
save
Kay.
Simon in the end, we can't give up now or ever.
Yeah, what she said.
Just immediate follow-up like that.
I'll second that. You won me around with that, Kay. I'm half tempted to offer you a job for real.
Can I just say, this is literally just 3 versions of Oro trying to pep talk Indy right now.
This is what goes on in my brain when I'm feeling a little down on myself.
What? You ring up the 3 Oro brain cells and we all hype you up?
Yeah.
Bet. It's like I said, the defense never rests. Or rather, like your pop said. What do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guesses?
The heart of those words.
It's like this. As defense attorneys, our client's fate rests on our shoulders. We're the only ones they can turn to. I almost read that wrong, and that would have been catastrophic. Simon's our client, and we're the only ones who can save him. So, we can't rest. Not while he's counting on us. I'm not about to turn my back on your old man's legacy. Are you?
I'm an associate with the defense now. No. I'm an associate with my father's firm. That's the role I've chosen. And that means... if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. I will honor my father's vision and save Simon Saint. No matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I must simply find another.
There we go. That's the Miles Edgeworth I know. Now let's find that new path forward. We can start by trying to figure out how Mr. Knight brought that chisel into the prison.
Right. How would Knight have managed to bring a chisel in here? The chess set, pocket chess set, the thing we've been talking about this whole time. Anything could have been smuggled in.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, it wouldn't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected.
Because of the security gates, right?
Correct. But we all already know that checks at one of the gates haven't been entirely thorough as of late. Namely, the gate at the entrance to the detention center.
The gate is only used to scan people. Any items they bring into the facility are only subjected to a cursory check.
Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through the metal detector?
It should have been. Alas, it seems the guards have grown a little lax in that regard of late.
Knight took advantage of this little oversight and had Mr. Saint bring him the chisel. Hidden inside his pocket chess set.
That does answer one of our questions. And it suggests that the chisel was indeed Mr. Knight's and not Mr. Conness's. Pocket chest set has been updated. Knight hid a chisel in here to prevent it from being found from the prison staff.
However, we still have one rather pressing problem to address. That of the security footage in which Knight is attacked by a dog. How does one explain it if Mr. Canis is not the culprit?
But then, how do you explain his prints not being on the murder weapon? This one's a real three-piper.
The court, too, finds itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation.
Wait, sir. I think it might be time to show you another one of my secret weapons. Introducing secret weapon number 4, Little V.
What sort of name is that, detective?
I came up with it myself, sir.
No wonder it's
Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage.
Oh my god, we about to go CSI Miami on this?
An excellent idea. Perhaps then you might finally see that I am telling the truth. That's a typo. That's bothering the shit out of me. God damn it.
Whoopsie poopsie. Who knows if there's anything to be found, but it has to be worth a try.
Alright, want me to walk you through how to use it, sir?
Seeing as I'm not exactly familiar with video analysis techniques, perhaps I should hear him out.
Sure, why not?
If you could run me through its functions, Detective, that would be most appreciated.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hi, Mr. Manager.
No.
I know. I know.
Inspection time.
I know. Hi. You know, people from the
Sorry guys, my manager walked in. His name's Jesse. Hi, Jesse. So basically, you gotta do what you always do. Examine anything that catches your eye.
And I can examine things with X, I see.
Next up, see those controls at the bottom of the screen. The panels on the left and right are your rewind or fast forward. And you can use the middle one to pause. Get used to those and you're golden, sir.
Seems I can also press R to fast forward or L to rewind the footage. And I can press A to pause.
When the video is paused, you can go to the previous frame with L or the next frame with R. Or just use the same control panels I showed you earlier. Lastly, I'd better explain how to zoom in. Just line up the old cursor with the area you want to take a closer look at. Then use the panel in the bottom right and little V will do the rest. It got those two expanding arrows right on it. Can't miss it, sir.
It would appear I can zoom in by pressing Y, too.
By the way, even when you're zoomed in, you can still examine stuff, just like in regular view. Also, you can make use of previous and next frame to get a good look at what's really happening. Only thing you can't do when you're zoomed in is play the footage, so there's that.
I see. And how do I zoom out again?
Just use the panel in the lower right again, sir. See how it's gone from expanding to collapsing arrows on there? That's because you've zoomed in. And that about sums it up. Now let's fire a little V up for real. Remember, just examine anything that catches your eye and you'll do fine.
The footage from Knight's holding cell. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. But suppose we're wrong. What could we be looking at instead? Could the person in the footage be someone other than Knight? And if so, whatever's attacking them could be something else too?
So, at this point, I will ask, just before we actually get through it, Do you guys have any suspicions on what happened in that video?
Well, there's an entire animal circus, so I'm thinking maybe it's a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that maybe somehow the animal got hands on good chisel, and then guy who had a hole in cell crawls up because he wants to escape, and he sees that and he's like, oh shit, and tries to erase the evidence.
Okay.
Well, I think it's probably the guy who escaped the cell that's actually being attacked, because we don't actually see his head or his face in the video footage, right?
Mm.
Oh. Guess we're
And there was
about to
like
find out.
because wasn't there like there was like a whole uniform missing. So if we assume that the guy who escaped probably stole a uniform so he could escape that way by changing his clothes so he doesn't look like he's, a prisoner or whatever when he gets through the hole, so he gets through the hole, he changes into the uniform, gets attacked by one of the circus animals, and makes his break for it, I would assume. And maybe that's what we're catching.
Hmm. Okay. Good theories, good theories.
I should keep both questions in mind while we're viewing the footage.
You never know what you're gonna say once you start looking at things up close. Check every detail, sir. You'll find something, I'm sure.
What in the footage seems odd.
Alright, I'm just gonna let it play.
Yeah, see, we don't actually see the face of whoever it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can we look in the mirror?
Alright. So, I'm gonna let it play for a second.
Enhance. Zoom.
Oh, yeah, that is a guard uniform.
Yeah. But what the fuck is the guard doing in there?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm right. Maybe it is actually. This is actually the time when what's his name escaped. The figure's reflected in the mirror here too. Is that a hat?
Say, doesn't that look like the hats the guards wear, sir? Aw, jeez. Is that what I think it is?
Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a guard recently?
Not that I've heard of.
So this may not be a guard at all, but someone dressed as one. Perhaps this might shed a little light on the matter of the hat. The missing guard uniform.
Yeah. You're right.
So, no guards have reported being attacked by an animal as far as we know. But we did hear about a guard's spare uniform being stolen. Could the person in security footage perhaps be someone disguised as a guard? Someone attempting to escape without being noticed?
A guard disguise? I guess it might work. Wait, weren't we just talking about someone?
We were indeed. Someone who seems to have successfully made his escape. Oh my god, is it his bear?
Oh no, not the bear!
No. Because if it's his bear, he's probably jumping onto him so he could, like, pick him up or something.
Oh.
Because his pet's a
Maybe.
polar bear.
But did that look like a white bear though?
I mean, it's dark, it's shadow, I don't know. Fucking... Who knows?
What if it was the monkey?
I don't think it looked like a monkey at all. It would have had the tail.
Monkey on the car.
The person in the footage isn't Knight. And the creature may not be a dog either.
You're right, sir. Let's zoom in and check.
What in this footage seems odd.
It's just the same
Yeah,
argument.
yeah.
Let's see. Is there a better image? No, not really.
Maybe you can frame by frame it. Oh, okay.
That's as much as I can probably put it.
I must be seeing things. What I need to do is figure out who this person really is.
Oh my god. Okay, I do have to like zoom in.
Or if something else in the footage could provide me with a clue. I have to keep looking.
It is that, okay? Hold on. I know it is. I have to zoom in. There we go.
Oh! Wait, that's... I suspect we may have made a critical error in judgment. What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is...
Animal is a bear.
Since you just
It's not
appears out of
a
nowhere.
dog.
What? What?
It's a bear.
What? So the paw prints from the photo I took.
We're not canine, but ursine.
They have been updated.
A bear. So that could mean...
Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? We had assumed that it was Knight in the security footage.
Well, it was in his cell. It's hardly a crazy theory.
Perhaps. But now that we know about the hole under the bed, it's no longer the only possibility. Whoever had access to the tunnel could very well be the one caught on camera.
I had a chip in my mouth. And who was that, Mr. Edgeworth? Would you care to tell the court who you believe this person to be?
The person in the security footage is... Rocco.
Rocco Taco.
I believe I know who our guard in disguise is. It is none other than Rocco Carcerado, the prisoner who has recently escaped from this facility. I'm confident it's him because he was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion.
The bear in that video is all black.
Because it's all dirty from the mud?
No.
Indeed, and we have evidence that explains why.
Which is...
Oh, no. Oh yeah, the mud pack, the dark mud pack treatment.
Yep.
Oh.
Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank Sawit's testimony. Who
That's
voices
the rubber
motherfucker
glove I
again?
dropped.
Okay.
Dropped.
I was like, who voices him?
Me.
Would you care to explain why it's so dirty?
Oh, of course. That's mud from one of the pet treatments I've been practicing. Practicing. I was giving one of the animals a mud pack right when the incident happened. Happened.
I see. Around what time would this have been? In.
Let's see. The show had already started, so around 9 a.m. perhaps? The thing is, the more mud I applied, the more in the zone I got, and the darker the animal's fur became. There's not a trance quite like the trance one enters when one slathers an animal with thick black mud.
While the circus performance was underway, he was giving one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
And that animal could have been.
Indeed, our polar bear.
Overruled. Mr. Edgeworth, your latest assertion simply introduces yet another contradiction. The footage from the security camera.
I fully understand, Your Honor, and your doubts are entirely justified. Mr. Solid mentioned applying the mud pack while the circus performance was underway. And this does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning the security footage.
It does?
Yeah, the time. Let's put it this way. When would you expect the footage to have been recorded, Kay?
If it was taken right after he applied the mud pack treatment, it should have been around 9 a.m.
In which case, something isn't right about the footage.
Really? And what's that?
What new contradiction does the security footage introduce relative to when it was recorded? The time.
The
You said it was
time.
like 6:40 something.
Take that!
Mr. Solid said he administered the treatment around 9 a.m. In which case, the security footage should also show a time of around 9 a.m. However, the timestamp says 6:42 a.m. On the day of the murder, the prisoners all went out to the yard to watch the circus. All except 3. Mr. Canis, who remained in his cell in maximum security.
Tala, thank you so much for the tier 3 at 9 months, darling. Thank you. Or thank you for the 9 months at tier 3, darling. Thank you. Time is passing so quickly. Help. Can't stop you there. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Tier 3 sub baby.
Tier 3 sub, baby.
Mr. Sawit, who was administering a mud pack treatment in the workshop. And Rocco Carcerado, who had been awaiting that precise moment to pull his escape plan into action.
8 months at tier 3. First month was a gifted sub. Listen. The gifts keep on giving.
Oh yeah, baby.
Well, and the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
And they don't stop coming, and
they don't stop coming.
I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sawit before entering the tunnel.
Hello, fellow.
And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sawit's grasp to run after its human. Mr. Sawit would have then left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw Mr. Canis's dog retrieving the murder weapon from Mr. Knight's body. It all fits perfectly, except for the security footage, which should have been recorded from around 9 a.m.
Quote from Freeman. And subs don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. That's crazy.
However, the timestamp is 3 hours off.
Why would the timestamp be wrong?
Detective, I would like you to have the security camera examined right away.
I'm back, sir. I just talked to the gods and... Seems like the time codes can slip on these cameras if they lose power.
What?
That's dangerously inconsiderate.
They're pretty old, sir. Guess the clock stops when the power's off. Which is also concerning considering it's a 3-hour time difference.
Yeah, which would mean the power was off for approximately 3 hours at some point. A long time.
Oopsie.
That is a long ass time for the cameras to not be on.
Security
Who the fuck
camera
was on guard
footage.
duty?
Mm-hmm. The timestamp is off due to a 3-hour gap in the footage. This was actually recorded around 9 a.m.
That's not all, sir. You remember how Knight denied stealing the case? No one believed him, considering, well, you know, he seemed kind of like the only suspect. Turns out that wasn't all he said. He also said he was knocked out cold, just like the other guy.
Which may not necessarily have been a lie.
Indy.
Darlings, there you all are. She should have said y'all.
Literally. Time for you to fix
How's
all
the
the...
investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help things along?
Time for you to just add in the slight changes.
Ad-lib it as needed.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden Lagarde. The escapee, Mr. Carcerato. I believe he may still be on the premises. He's disguised as a guard. Here's the proof, should you need it. We're reasonably certain that the person captured on this tape is our man. And if I'm correct, he might even be right here in this room with us now. I'm turning around.
Hey, Mr. Carcerato would have been wearing a bracelet, right?
Yes, a bracelet that could easily be hidden under the sleeves of his recent stolen uniform. Furthermore, doors out of the prison proper don't have those sensors that detect the bracelets installed. So if he avoided doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape. Well, yes, I suppose he could. He just had to avoid the workshops and the cells and... oh my. He's one of you, isn't he? He's here right now.
It's Teddy! It's a baby!
Oh, there he
Oh.
is. Get his ass.
Get his ass!
Hey! Paws off! Get your mitts off of me, you big palooka!
Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm our suspicions.
Ugh. Dang it, kid. If it wasn't for you, I'd
What a thing it is to be loved, huh, Mr. Carcerato? I'm almost envious.
You have a husband, don't you?
Yeah, but I want to tell you. Gods, apprehend this man! A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. For to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him. With your permission, of course. can hardly say no, now can I?
Well, come on then. Hit me with your best shot.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Mr. Carcerado's escape route led directly into Knight's cell. So it's highly possible he has something to offer. Tell me what you were doing on the day Mr. Knight's body was discovered.
I bet. Punching you out. All around the time of discovery. So it was you guys, huh? You're the ones who found my secret getaway tunnel. You know how long it took me to dig that freaking thing? I had me a guard's uniform, a hole dug, and a plan in place. So I went for it on the day you found the guy. But then this little guy just had to come right after me. The sack of fur was covered in mud too. Had to go back to our cell. And that's why we were able to interview him when, you know, the whole murder situation happened. I would have gotten away with it if somebody had an off night and brought you bums down here.
You claim to have dug that tunnel just now. How exactly did you do it?
Didn't you see like all the sporks and shit?
How? Used everything I could get my hands on. See? Hammers, spoons, you name it. Spent every dime I had on this cockamamie fixer. And what do I get to show for it now, huh? Do not be disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day. Try again.
There's an outside chance Mr. Carcerado and Knight met face to face, just before Knight's death. I should see what other details I can extract from him.
Alrighty. Gotta go over to the third statement here. I had me a guard's uniform, a hole dug, and a plan in place, so I went for it on the day you found the guy.
Hold it!
The uniform, was that from the fixer too?
Uh-huh, sure was. Heard he had something on one of the guards. Had the guy swipe it from a pal's locker.
And were you wearing it when you were crawling through the tunnel?
Nope, would've got dirt on it. Had to hold on to it till I got to the holding cell. But once I was out of there and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. Here we go, I thinks. Freedom beckons, I thought. And then the furball here jumps up at me.
Which would be the moment captured on camera. I see. I'd be grateful if you could add that to your testimony.
Once I was out of that tunnel and all dressed up, opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake. I wasn't meant to press that button. Oops.
Opening the cell door should have been a piece of cake, you say?
Sure, anything seems easy after dragging yourself through a hole in the ground.
And you were familiar with the layout of the detention center, even though you live in the prison?
What? Why wouldn't I be? It ain't like I never been there before.
If he's familiar with the detention center, then he'd surely be aware that unlike the doors in the main prison, the holding cell doors are locked with actual keys. And I'm sure Mr. Carcerado would have needed that particular piece of evidence to make his escape.
Go back here. Gonna present.
And present the keys.
Yep.
Objection!
You claim that leaving the holding cell would have been a piece of cake, as you put it.
Yeah, you got a problem with that? Because we can make it a problem if you catch my drift.
Even once you had reached Knight's cell, you still had another door to contend with. How exactly did you plan on opening it? Mr. Carcerado, I posit that leaving the cell would have been a piece of cake only because you had the key.
Oh, I don't got no stinking key. I didn't need one. It was a piece of cake because the door was open. I walked right out.
Yes, I suppose Knight's cell was vacant by that point. There would have been no reason to lock it. And it was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you'd finally succeeded today, it was truly unlocked because it was after the murder. But you had attempted the escape previously.
Security footage shows when you tried and failed because Teddy caught you.
Which was during the circus performance before the body was discovered. The holding cell was still locked at that time because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, you must have had the key to a cell on you. Without it, your escape would have not been possible.
What? Are you saying? Could he really have?
I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was, in fact, perpetrated by none other than... Mr. Carcerado. He is the one who attacked the guard. But not just the guard. Knight too. All to gain possession of the guard's keys.
That's terrifying, by the way.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
It wasn't me, you lousy bum! I didn't even know this Knight guy.
After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion. And then you waited for the perfect moment to escape. A moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right. The moment of the show. Just before the discovery of the body. Unluckily for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend.
Says who, huh? You got proof, genius? This ain't your win yet, nuh-uh. Knight knocked the guard out for the count, and everyone knows it.
Don't play games with me. Knight was as much a victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell. Of the blood on the floor?
Yep.
Take that!
We found traces of Knight's blood on the cleanly wiped floor of his cell. What could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked? And it was you who attacked him. You ambushed the both of them and stole the keys.
Why, I oughta. What's with you, huh? That newspaper wiped the blood up good! Ain't no way you should have found it.
Hey, but why did you think you had to wipe it up anyway?
If they'd checked Knight in the guard's hands, they would have seen those who never came to blows. But that blood'd give away the whole game. Ain't no way they don't figure there was a third man in the ring. Plus, once they start sniffing around on the floor, they'd have found the tunnel in a heartbeat.
So you wiped up the blood to buy yourself a little more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity? Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get you clear of the prison, it seems. Now, hand over the keys.
Ugh. Ugh. Ow, 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 bonk, 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 ow. Right in the kisser!
Christ, dude. Imagine seeing that happen in real life. Somebody looks like they're getting the shit beat out of them while nothing's actually happening.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me
What?
specifically of that one Teen Titans episode where Robin was just getting his like ass beat by Slade, but everyone thinks he's crazy because like there is no Slade, and it's just like him going insane a little bit because he's like thinking it's like he's dealing with the enemy. And dude, it's just so silly because everyone's like, bro, how are you getting these bruises? He's not here. And he's like, he was here. And it's like, no, he isn't. And it's like, Robin's essentially doing it to himself, more or less. KO'd by a lousy, stinking bomb. Fine. You want the keys? Here. I hope you choke on him.
I'm not gonna eat them.
The cell key data has been updated. Anyways, we're gonna go into our first 3-minute ad break for the day. So take it easy, my lovelies. Take a good old break. Stand up, stretch, get some food, get some water. If you guys need to refill your waters, then you guys should.
Some more pasta.
Oh,
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm gonna go
pasta.
get me some food.
Go get your food. Go get your foods. Yeah, no, bites are stinky. Well, the toxin in Slade's blade wasn't helping. Or Slade's mask wasn't helping. Also true. Also true. I can't remember the entire details of that episode. I just remembered that specific part where everyone's like, well, he's real in his mind. That's exactly what's happening. But that's what it was reminding me. Currently eating. How are you guys, chat? How are you? How are you? But 3-minute ad break about to hit right now. So take it easy. I am... You know what? My problem is... The moment it's like cold in my room and then I also have like a blanket, I'm just like, oh, chill time. Eep. Then die. That's so funny. Oh my goodness grief. Ba, ba, ba. Oh, that's so cute. I'm like looking at Twitter right now. Ooh, that's so pretty. Literally, I am having a time right now, chat. We are chilling. What is this? Oh, ha! That's funny. Someone turned what is it? Kiryu Kazuma into a goth or an emo. That's silly. Did you get decent sleep yesterday, Oka? Yes. Unfortunately, this does not change my circumstance, chat. I get very, very fatigued and very eepy real quickly, and usually it's temperature based, which is not the greatest circumstance. I'm gonna be so real with you. But there's not really much I can do about that. I quite literally, it's currently cold in my room. It's kind of chilly in my room with the AC, and I have a blanket on. So my automatic like my automatic like behavior is go eepy. Go
very
eep.
snuggly.
Go get some snuggles. Yeah. And because
one of the best feelings, because I have a heated blanket.
Oh, yeah.
Being like the room is cold as hell and I got my electric heated blanket on. Oh, that's the best.
That's why I'm not turning on this blanket right now, because if I turn on this blanket and it starts warming me up, you guys are about to hear me go snoring through this entire stream. Like, I can't. I really can't. So, I'm trying to keep myself going. But then also the other thing with Ace Attorney, I love Ace Attorney, don't get me wrong, but Ace Attorney has this specific thing where because I'm not really doing something, my ADHD just kind of starts shutting me off, so to speak. It's like, I have to be like physically doing something or the like, or else like I'm gonna start getting like real sleepy. Because it's like, oh, you're not actually doing anything. Okay, hibernation mode. Honk shoe, honk shoe, honk shoe.
That's such a mood. That's such a mood. I feel that so hard.
I'm literally just pressing like 3 buttons at most with Ace Attorney, and it sucks. Because I do love Ace Attorney. I just get real like eepy hours when I'm not proactively like doing something. You know what? I revive Persona 4 revival points.
Oh my
What? I've been having a fun.
Persona!
Persona. I will never get over the really silly meme from that. Actually. Oh my god. I don't remember. Do you know the Persona 3 to Persona 5 like meme? Hold on. Let me. You know what? We're taking a very small detour, and by we I mean I'm just gonna show it to Indy real quick.
Oh yeah.
This meme is so funny. I will never get over it. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I think I could literally just have it like this. Change screen, or change the stream. Ignore the amount of tabs I have right now. I'm working.
Me, literally me.
Okay. Chat's not gonna hear it. It's okay. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm. Holy shit. No.
It's so bad! But man,
Joker, no.
it's so bad, but man, it's so funny. It's so funny thinking, yeah, Persona 3 cannot, Persona 4 5 cannot outmatch with Persona 3's insanity. It's really funny. Goodness grief, I'm a funny man from time to time. What are you talking about, Freeman?
Crazy.
You're a funny man all the time. You're a silly goofy, you know?
Hit him with the hee-hee.
Hit him with a tee-hee. But it do be rough. It do be a rough time. I've been having a lot of fun just doing the meme of like me saying points to, you know, person, right? And just screaming witch. Point. Witch! I don't know why, but
Why
it's
are we
so
accusing people of being witches?
I don't know why, but that for some reason that specific meme is just chef's kiss. It's just so
Witch.
funny.
I do
Witch!
like-
Every single time something crazy happens, points. Witch! That's all I go through. Also, Oro.
Somebody manages to open the jar of pickles that you struggled with. Witch. Witch.
Is that green? Oh, that is green. Okay. Oro, by the way, are you okay with how do you trigger warn this? Someone pulling a trigger on themselves in like an animation, Oro?
I mean, I'm chill with it. Why?
Okay, hold on. I just want to show you this.
Alright, replay the video.
Mood.
So that's how Persona 3 like summons their personas, right? This is Persona 5's protagonist. Goodness. It's so bad. I love it. It's so funny. Oka points at someone. What? You know what, chat? Hold on.
What?
You guys are getting it one. You guys are gonna be able to see it one more time. I'm just gonna do that real quick.
Wait, can you show that on stream?
You're right. I don't think I can legally show that on stream.
No, I don't think you can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt that because that actually I can't. Chat.
Imagine it, chat.
Chat. All you have to do is you just have to type in how to summon a persona on YouTube. That's it. That's it. You'll know the meme. You'll know the meme. I can multiply double digits in my head. I mean, real. Also, Oka, witch. No, that is me. I would say witch to that. I'd be like, what the heck, witch. Oh my goodness. Okay, a knight's cell key has been updated. A guard was attacked the day before the murder, and his keys were stolen. They were found in Carcerado's possession. Overruled. Wait a moment. If Mr. Carcerado here had the keys.
Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory relies on Knight having used the keys he allegedly stole to escape the cell. That was the only way he would have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and be moved to the workshop. Unfortunately for you, we now know that theory cannot possibly be true.
No! Ow!
Guess this changes things up a bit, yeah? Now the only person who could have moved Knight's body is the one person who knew about that tunnel.
No! You gotta be freaking...
Mr. Carcerado, you're under arrest. Come quietly now, pal.
Wait, you got the wrong guy! I didn't do nothing! Alright, fine. I knocked those two chumps out and I stole the keys, but after that I went right back to my cell and waited for my moment. Next time I went to Knight's cell, there was nobody around, and I mean nobody! Plus, his body was found in the workshop. You think I just magicked my way in there or something? Couldn't even have gotten out of my cell.
Indeed, you only had the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell back in the prison. But Mr. Canis's dog could have.
What?
It was not you, but Helmet who moved the body from your cell to the workshop.
I get it now. You're saying he wasn't the only con in this conspiracy.
Ha ha ha.
Ah!
Indeed, one might easily imagine that Mr. Carcerado and Mr. Canis might have worked together. Mr. Carcerado could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell.
And then Mr. Canis's dog took him from there to the workshop.
There are no restrictions on the animal's movements within the prison. Movement between the detention center and the prison proper, however, is tightly controlled. There was only one possible route, and only you could have taken advantage of it, Mr. Carcerado.
How can you be so sure, huh? Maybe there's more to him that you just don't know.
Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was arduous enough.
You got that right. You try scraping more than one hole in the dirt with a spoon. Lucky for me, I didn't have to dig the whole way. Somebody already did a bunch of the work for me.
Ayo?
Dog?
What? You didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself?
Nope. Found it when they put me in that cell. Ran all the way from there to the well in the yard already. Even looked down the well to check it from there. It was the same tunnel, alright. I just made good on what somebody else already started.
Then what was the original tunnel for?
Who knows? You're the one with all the answers, pal. Maybe somebody else tried to break out.
Oh, or maybe the animals dug it. Like, to get water from the well or something.
I've heard of more plausible scenarios than that in B-grade movies, Kay.
Good.
Well's dry, kid. Ain't no water to be had down there. Though, come to think of it. A smell. Yeah, always kinda smelled kinda nice down there.
Nice?
Gee, I don't know. Smelled sorta like dessert, I guess?
Something sweet.
Yo.
A sweet scent. That sounds very familiar. Where did we come across a sweet scent before? It was on his body.
Take that!
Detective Gumshoe noticed a sweet smell when we were examining the Knight's body. With the help of a police dog, we followed the scent of the body and traced its route back through the prison. And that, Mr. Carcerado, was how we found your tunnel.
Ooh,
Could that be the same sweet scent? Would that be what you noticed coming from the well?
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. You mean to suggest that this evidence of the body having been moved through the tunnel?
I do. Furthermore, Mr. Carcerado, you're the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had access.
Order. You have our thanks, Mr. Carcerado, truly. Finally the truth comes into view. Now unburden yourself. It is time. Confess your role in this tragic incident. What? You ain't pitting this on me.
I'm glad to see that we're finally in agreement, Your Honor.
Oh, poor Worthless. Oh, if only you were, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Carcerado may have been an accomplice, but not of Mr. Canis. No, he was working with Mr. Knight.
Hold it!
What do you mean?
I do not believe that he moved Mr. Knight's body. Indeed, I believe that he lent Mr. Knight the use of the keys he stole.
Yeah, hold on.
Take your time.
It's always when I'm mid-bite.
I can smell when you're about to take your bite.
You've got to be kidding me!
Granted, it seems likely that he attacked Mr. Knight, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Mr. Knight was knocked unconscious as a result. And what if he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcerado had reached a certain agreement?
What kind of agreement exactly?
Mr. Knight was plotting an escape for which he required a means of leaving his cell. And here was that precise means in the form of the keys Mr. Carcerado had just stolen from the guard. Mr. Carcerado himself would need to pass through Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. Mr. Knight needed only to shout and alert the guards, and Mr. Carcerado's plans would be ruined. And so, the two struck a deal. Hold it! Lady, the only striking I do is with my fists! My, still you deny it.
So, we're agreeing that we still disagree?
When Mr. Knight had Mr. Carcerado unlock his cell in that when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into the cage. Or so that. Mr. Saint was then able to move him into the prison proper, just as planned. Aha! And then he took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the dirty deed.
Were neither of you listening? The scent on Mr. Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel. It was moved from a cell to the—
Overruled. Perhaps if you would let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth. I am not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
Then what are you driving at?
Is this a trick question? As you said, Mr. Edgeworth, the sweet scent shows the route the body took. However, it did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell.
And how did they get down there?
There is another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there?
The well in the yard? Oh yeah, that thing.
Mr. Saint did not take the cage to the workshop. He took it outside. There, he killed Mr. Knight and threw his body down the well. Pop! Mr. Connus's
So unnecessarily convoluted.
Yeah.
Mr. Connus's dog then dragged Mr. Knight's body here to his owner's cell from the bottom of the well. On that note, I would ask you to recall something. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery?
A circus show, right? Regina and Simon were performing for everyone. Wait, Simon!
Ah, indeed. And so you see how it must also have been him who disposed of the body.
Judge Gavel is truly a formidable opponent. She so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts.
I propose that Mr. Knight was taken to the yard, not the workshop. And as we have established, Mr. Saint was off stage for 15 minutes. Ample time to throw a body down the well. I am sure you will agree.
Objection!
Your deduction's impressive, Your Honor. However, even supposing that Knight's body was indeed thrown down the well, you cannot conclusively say that it was during the show. Could have happened at a different time.
Overruled.
Overruled. My sympathies, Mr. Edgeworth, but it simply could not have.
What?
Mr. Carcerado was using the tunnel at around the time the show began. Mr. Carcerado, did you happen to trip over a corpse while you were down there? No. Place was clean. Forgot that was him too. If the body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began, Mr. Carcerado would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing. Which makes it somewhat difficult to support your theory. Furthermore, Mr. Knight's body was discovered in the workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop at some point during the show. Tell me, who else could it have been? Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint?
No! Oh, welcome back to us all.
Oh,
Again with the lines.
What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
The body did indeed enter the tunnel from the well. Things don't look good for Mr. Saint. Still. Your Honor, your theory is still just that. A theory.
a game theory. Anyways.
And I posit that you lack the evidence to back it up.
I concede that, for the moment, I do not.
May I suggest that we investigate the yard again?
Order. Very well. May the goddess of justice go with you.
Now then, to the yard. Perhaps we can finally put this case to rest.
No!
Huh? What's that sound?
They're coming after me.
They found me! Gotta go!
Everybody's like, what the fuck did you do, Kay? Did somebody else escape? Should we maybe skip down too?
Hello?
Darlings, please. There's nothing to be alarmed about. By which I mean, that's not an alarm. It's the dinner bell.
Goody dinner!
Although I suppose it is rather alarming if you aren't used to it.
It certainly scared the heck out of me.
I'm so sorry, sweet pea. I hope you can forgive us. All right, you two, back to your post. Chop, chop. And as for you, Rocco Carcerado, it's time you went back to your room.
Fine, I get the picture. I'm going. Bye.
Warden Lagarde, we'd like to take one more look around the yard now.
Wait, she really gonna put him back in the same cell that has the hole in it, or?
I think there's security definitely looking and keeping an eye on him. He's
Okay, I was about to say, because
Yeah.
he's just gonna do it again.
Oh, darlings, don't you have homes of your own to go to? Visiting hours are over, I'm afraid. Tomorrow, No, it's imperative that we investigate it right away. I think we've had quite enough excitement for one day, don't you? Murderers, escapees, so eventful. It's time our guest went home to Betty Byes, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. Oh. Come on now, darling. Don't make me bore you with all that I'm the warden, this is an order nonsense.
Order. Warden Lagarde. Lagarde?
Lagarde, yeah.
Warden Lagarde is right. Her word is law here, and we must respect her wishes. Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation of the yard will have to continue. We'll have to wait until tomorrow. May you keep your badge for now. The matter of your standing can wait. I bid you all good day. Bye, losers!
What are you all waiting for, kittykins? Off you go. Fine. At least there is still a tomorrow for me. Judge Gavel believes that Knight's body was dropped just down the well. And then taken through Mr. Carcerado's cell into the workshop. But is that truly the case? The facts really support her theory? She also seems to believe Mr. Sane had to be the one to move the body. But was he really the one with the opportunity to do so?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Tomorrow's another day. We'll figure out a way to save Simon. I know we will.
Yes, we will. I will prove that Mr. Sane is innocent beyond a shadow of a doubt. To be continued.
Perfect timing. I just finished my salt and vinegar chips.
Mm. Oh my god, I have crab oil flavored chips. I should go
Yum, yum.
get some.
Go get it.
It's fine, I'll get some later.
We still got
That's
about 30.
30
We got
minutes
30. We got 30 minutes before the next break. So. You want
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
All right. March 29, 10:12 a.m. Prison Yard. Last section.
Oh my god, they got a basketball hoop. Here we are again. Let's hope we can find something this time that will finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although that might be easier said than done.
There's nothing left to investigate.
Judge Gavel's deduction yesterday.
There is another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard. Could a body not have entered the tunnel from there? In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint?
Had Knight's body really been thrown down the well? The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward.
I'm sorry, but I just imagine like Canis's dog barking at the well. It's like, was that little Timmy fell down the well? And the dog's like, no.
Before we begin, I should tidy up my organizer a little. We'll clean out the
No, don't-
evidence.
Unnecessary
Don't
evidence
throw
has
away-
been removed. Remaining evidence has been
Don't
rearranged.
throw away the fishing rod that Gumshoe gave you. You need to go fishing.
I think Gumshoe still has it. It's okay.
Yippee.
Let's see here. Ah, there's a cover on it.
A dried up well slap bang in the middle of a prison? Figures it'd be locked.
Well, luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff?
I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book.
Come on, don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa! Whoa!
What is it, Kay?
The lock's broken, and from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time.
If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well. Judge Gavel's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. And then during the performance, he threw the body down the well.
What are you thinking, Malzarino? Plausible or no?
That's not my name.
Oh, why don't we see if Miss Al can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Mr. Knight's body was here, and which way it went.
Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe.
We'll call our favorite superhero Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe speaking.
Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard and bring Missile with you.
You bet, sir. Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons to the rescue again, huh?
I'm fairly sure Missile belonged to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Berry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you.
Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it.
What shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide and go seek?
Fun idea, kiddo. But where exactly would we hide?
In the well?
Little Timmy fell down the well.
He's not seriously considering it, is he? Your game can wait, Kay. We need to call one of your practical skills. I think you know which one.
Oh, you bet I do. One crime scene recreation coming right up.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry.
Did it not pick up?
No, it did. No,
Okay.
Sorry,
I was
I-
just like confused by Oka. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I got distracted for something real quick. Sorry.
Hmm? Say what now?
Let me show you. Introducing a great thief's great secret weapon, Little Thief. Beep, boop, boop, beep.
Oh no, is the screen flickering again?
That one definitely is.
Yeah, one of them is.
Remember what happened,
Months ago.
Yeah.
back then, yeah?
Way back in ye old days.
Ye old little thief days. Whoa! Screens appearing from thin air? This is some next level tech, little sis. Wanna talk me through the deets? What are you doing now? What does this button do?
I've been putting everything we need for the simulation.
Allow me to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it.
How about you stop mansplaining and I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday?
Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay much attention to the well then, who knows? We may have overlooked something.
Leave it to me. I'll use the photo I took.
Oh, very convenient. Good job.
Beepity boop boop beep.
I like that she's saying it out loud.
That's all the data. Just gotta pump the projection power to max and... Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares to take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
Yipes! What is this?
It's a recreation of how things were yesterday, modeled on the data I gave Little Thief. This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagaratsu. But they used it to plan robberies, which I may or may not do in the near future.
Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now.
Oh, but keep in mind that it can only recreate what you tell it to. It can't simulate things that doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes... And you'll wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too.
this particular recreation is based on Kay's photo, so we shouldn't run into any problems. It's enough preamble. Shall we get started?
Alright, prison yard. What are we examining first?
Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation, just like in real life. You can also present evidence to try and clear up any inconsistencies you find.
Of course. Thank you for the reminder.
Why do you do that?
Now, let's take a look at that well. Well. Oka just sighing. We should examine this area carefully and may just hold the clue we need.
Alrighty.
Well, we've got pulleys and a rope and weights, so there's obviously some sort of classic pulley system here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs... Projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay?
Sure, it was 30 pounds. What does anybody need such a heavy weight for anyways?
Doesn't seem to be related to the circus show at any rate. What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? There don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets.
Okay, let's see.
The tarp?
Just triple checking. And the well itself. We checked the well itself.
A well behind a stage, which means...
There aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down it during the show.
This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint. There's a sturdy-looking hemp rope lying on the ground.
And it reminds me of the ropes we used for playing tug-of-war in school.
The answer is no, Kay.
Aww. What? I didn't even say anything. Yet.
I see it also has a metal stake attached to one end.
Oh yeah. Looks like something you'd use to put up a tent.
There was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for?
So, what do you think all the stuff around the well was used for? I can't see any of the animals needing them for their part of the performance.
Indeed. Nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Berry later. The little run.
What was the name of our trunk happy friend again?
Azia.
Azia
Oh.
the ancient elephant.
Of course. How could I forget?
Not exactly inspired, though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it?
Oh my gosh, Mr. Edgeworth, that In front of the poor elephant herself.
That's crazy to just diss her name right in front of her.
I can't fucking believe you would do this.
I suspect that's about all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon. Okay, you can power down Mr. Thief now. I thought it was a Little Thief, not Mr. Thief.
I don't think Edgeworth cares.
It was Little Thief. I think that I think that there was some kind of translation difference between game 1 and game 2.
That's so weird.
It's okay. Or, you know, it's now grown up, so it went from Little Thief to Big Thief.
He's aged
Fair
up.
enough.
He aged up. I that's our headcanon now. He aged up.
Sure thing. Prepare to return to normality.
Also, hi, Wandering. Oral.
Sorry, sir. I came as quick as I could.
Love her. Icon. Queen.
Speak of the devil.
Oh, detective. That was indeed impressively quick.
You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting.
Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina.
Oh, this is me.
No problem. This seemed way more fun than rehearsal, so we ditched them for the day.
She's the
Very much
owner.
appreciated.
She is the owner
Yeah.
of the circus. She's fine to do so.
Yeah, who's gonna fire her? Herself?
She would.
Alright, detective. Let's get started with Missile.
Yes, sir. Hey, missile. Over here, boy. What's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on.
What's wrong with him?
You can't just fucking say that, Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like he's scared of something, sir.
Crikey!
Alligator! Guess he's not a fan, sir.
Well, I doubt he'll be much help to us like this.
Any other bright ideas, Mouserino?
Yes, actually. Miss Barry, would you mind lending us a hand?
Oh, I'd love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Allie some tricks?
I don't doubt she could do it, but... nothing quite like that. I'd simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show.
I like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right?
If you'd be so kind.
Okay, I've plugged in all the data. Firing up the simulation. Here you go. This was what the yard was like during the show.
The time at which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well.
Oh wow, this is so amazing. It's like magic. No magic here. Just sweet, sweet data. Which is why... Ahem.
The area behind the stage is missing.
Regina says she wasn't involved in getting in the stage setup. So we don't have any data on what it was like back there.
No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal.
I'm so sorry, you guys. It's all because I let Simon do everything by himself.
No. It's all my frilly associate's fault.
Objection, Fender.
Anyway, we got a fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data too. You can switch back whenever you want to the recreation of them taking down the stage.
So we can examine the scene both during and after the show. And the switch between the two at will. You can switch between the recreations by using X to talk with K. Now then, let's continue our investigation, shall we?
Continuing investigation.
Don't say a word, sir. I know just what you're looking for. It's written all over your face.
It is?
Missile may be temporarily out of action, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to get the metal detector a shot, I have that too.
I've never seen him so excited. What was raring to go with that metal detector?
He just wants to fish. He wants to live his life in peace and fish. That's all he wants.
Okay.
I'll be sure to let you know if I need either of them, Detective.
A story of a forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Wish I could have seen Simon up there on that stage too. Oh, he was wonderful. The way he flew off that stage.
Ah, yes, that scene.
This victory is depicted in a very unique manner, whereby the villain is sent flying from the stage. Having been ejected from the stage in this manner, the villain no longer appears in the performance, and oops.
And you're saying the crime took place during that time? Roughly how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage, Miss Sperry? Oh yeah, this is also me.
Let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes.
Just as Judge Gavelle said.
Isn't pretty hairy, health and safety-wise, having an elephant fleeing guy off the stage? You know, OSHA and all of that.
Not at all. Azia's very gentle.
I'm not sure it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly.
Too gentle, in fact. When we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. But by the end, he was flying off that stage. Not because of Azia, though. figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing?
A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick?
Who, me? Oh no, it was Simon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start.
The basket was empty in the other recreation.
Oh yeah, but it was definitely empty in the photo I took too.
Nugget, thank you so much for the 17 months, darling. Thank you, thank you. Holy hell, it's been a while now. I know. It's been so long, Nugget. Thank you.
Oops, sorry. I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier.
Oh?
That basket's for holding Azia's food, but... on the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof! I totally forgot to mention it, sorry!
Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this.
Time for some logic. Alright. We're gonna just speed through this because we got quite a bit of things we gotta still do.
Hell yeah. Speed run, speed run. The trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene. Could it have something to do with all the items we found by the well? Okay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from where they were tearing down the stage? Taking another look at these items. Could they not have been used for the trick of Mr. Saint's?
Sounds plausible enough. Hey, could maybe add it to the simulation.
Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details.
Roger that. I'll be right back. I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it.
Excellent. Well, how does it work?
He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from the rope. And lowered that down into the well. The other end of the rope went through 2 more pulleys. And was tied around his body.
I see. So use the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air. How do we make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to?
He used a stake to drop it, that's how.
Miss Barry didn't seem to know anything about the trick or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out that stake.
That's right. And to do that, he used the second length of rope. He tied it to the stake, and then, when he gave it a sharp tug,
cartoon villain trick.
The stake was released and the weight dropped down the well.
It's a great trick. I have to steal it. This one has to go in the Great Thief's repertoire.
May not be quite that easy. These kinds of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough.
All right, practice it is then.
Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation?
All right. That's when then we can see how it all worked for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance. And now, to add in the data... Little Thief should be able to reproduce the trick now.
See, now they're saying Little Thief again, so I'm just...
Some sort of weird inconsistency, I guess.
Mm.
Edgeworth refuses to call it Little Thief anymore.
It's earned his respect. It's Mr. Thief now because of how useful it is. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick.
Trick was jotted down. Contraption that used a well, a very heavy weight, 3 pulleys, and 2 lengths of rope to send Saint flying.
Simon's full of surprises, huh?
And we'll get back to more surprises after the ad break.
Hell yeah. I can sit in my wower. And I can read the new Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint chapter that just came out today.
Real?
I gotta catch up. It's so unintentionally gay. It's
intentional
hilarious.
at that point.
Like, the two characters are referred to as life and death companions.
They're, yeah. Hello.
That's basically marriage. It's so just like there's so much going on with it. It's crazy. I feel like I go feral every single time. It's so good though. The story is fantastic, and apparently it's getting an anime adaptation.
Yes, I'm so excited about that.
It's also getting a live action, but we're not talking about the live action. We're just gonna pretend that doesn't exist. What the fuck is that sound outside? What the fuck are they doing out there? What the hell? You guys hearing that? Is it picking up on my mic?
It's picking up whenever you're talking.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sounds like a massive truck is like pulling back or something.
I hope Barry's okay. Maybe somebody's alarm is like going off? I don't know.
No, yeah, it's like a truck. It's like a van outside of my apartment.
My man's in reverse and just stepping on the brake so he doesn't fucking move and just makes noise.
I guess. I can't read what the fucking logo is on it though. It looks like it's some sort of like you know, like those like wet vac things. So I guess maybe like somebody flooded their fucking apartment or something.
Oh god.
So like vacuuming it. Which is fucking weird because it's 10 p.m. Like there shouldn't be fucking anybody out there.
People do be hell.
Ripperoni. Yeah, this is gonna drive me insane.
Yeah, what?
What on earth are they
What are
doing?
we gonna do? What are you gonna do, Oka?
I
can't voice act like this.
You're fine. There's something going on in my house as well right now, and I should probably end to see what's going on, because knowing my family, the moment I step out of my room, I'm gonna get dragged into a conversation for the next several hours. So,
maybe this is for the best then.
yeah,
That gives me time to check on the little baby.
that is fine.
Yeah, you can send us kitty pictures to heal our souls.
I will.
Give you context either
Some
way.
peace in this chaos world.
No, literally. To give you context, by the way, even we would have to probably like push through a lot, and still like run over time a little bit for us to finish this case right now, because we have the rest of this investigation, which we still have a little bit more. Then we got argument, rebuttal, argument, rebuttal, argument, rebuttal, argument, rebuttal. And then last argument, rebuttal.
That's a long ass.
Yeah, we got, well, some of them are testimony, but I'd rather just call them all arguments because they're all just arguing with Edgeworth at some point. Yeah, we have 5 more arguments / testimonies, and not to mention like the epilogue of whatever the hell is going on. So we might as well do that all next week. That should realistically be covered within 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours, and then that's fine. Oh wait, no, I don't need to hold it. Thank you for the Ace Attorney redeem. I was gonna say, oh yeah, I can't stream next Tuesday, and then I thought about it. I'm like, no, again, it's not, my appointment's not on Tuesday, it's on Wednesday, so I should be fine for that. We can call it here, since life does not like our Ace Attorney.
Everything has just gotten so distracting.
Yeah, God himself is stopping us from solving this case.
What can we do? Show rug. Okay, that's the last. Me looking through all of these, just kind of questioning whether or not there's any anyone playing Ace Attorney Investigations that isn't like so far ahead. Unfortunately, they are so far ahead. So let's ooh, I know who's alive right now. Okay, they're no longer alive? They're no longer streaming? Hello? You were just streaming. I know you were. I was watching your stream. What happened to you? Anyways, okay, I guess we will be raiding on out then. There's not really much else we can do about it. I'm just seeing.
It's a good stopping point.
It's a good stopping point. We do be chillin'. Anonymous giving a sub to Valorant. It's been a while since I saw you, Anonymous. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Valorant.
You know what that means, Oka?
I'm playing Valorant tonight. Yatta. Imagine someone just giving subs for me to specifically play or like play the game or eat or wherever.
Does
Toby
Toby Fox
etc.
have a Twitch?
I don't think Toby Fox has one. Maybe Deltarune officially has one. Or, could be.
I know Toby Fox has a Tumblr.
True. Oh my god, the amount of people playing Deltarune. I'm like, please, I cannot go to you. I will quite literally be unable to watch your stream in any capacity. Oh, someone is playing Undertale.
Hey, that's not
Ooh,
Deltarune.
Undertale.
Undertale
Let's
is
go.
Undertale with a friend. That looks like it's gonna be a bit, and they just started streaming.
Isn't it crazy that he literally made Undertale as basically like practice for Deltarune? He was like, yeah, let me just whip up something so I can get the hang of making a video game.
And you know what I find is hilarious? People are like, yeah, we understand he's learning, but goddamn, please Toby, stop. Because it's just, it's not, I wouldn't say it's horribly programmed because it works. It works.
Just, all you gotta do is make it work.
Not the conventional way.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, fair enough. Fake it till you make it, baby.
We suffer. Also,
It's
Toby
fine,
Fox. It's always funny to watch. I will say the funniest thing with Toby Fox is seeing Toby Fox in random things, and it's just like finding him in the wild, you know. That's
I saw that one tweet you reposted where it's like Toby Fox said he has not begun development on the newest Zelda game because he's not involved in that franchise.
It was
It's
so
like,
funny.
fair
I
enough.
was so funny that I couldn't help but just like repost it. That was so unbelievably funny.
And honestly, I would not doubt it if they're also like, oh, by the way, Toby Fox is composing music for the next Zelda game. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, what was
that
the
checks out.
what was the major game he did development on? Was it Pokemon?
Pokemon, yeah. It
Yeah.
was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I believe.
Yeah, like that. I mean, if he's able to work with Nintendo, I wouldn't be surprised if Zelda was next. You know.
Yeah.
But that is funny. He's not involved in the franchise. It's so funny. Toby Fox got that quote, if it works, it works, luck on his side. No, literally. Anyways, my lovelies, we're going over to Citrine. Go give them lots of love. They're about to literally play Delta. They're catching up right now, and then they'll play Undertale. Sorry, Pacifist Route. So go give lots of love to them. Goodbye. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.